Hello friends, welcome back. So my name is Balram Prasad and I'm working with Microsoft USA as a senior software engineer. In this demo series, as we talked about this one in previous episode, that we are going to have create few Azure resources, and then we are going to create a chaining of serverless resources to fulfill a hypothetical scenario. So what was the hypothetical scenario? I will just quickly go, and we are going to create a application for SOP using serverless feature. This is the simple architecture we talked about in previous video. If you have not seen this previous video of this episode, please go ahead and see this one. In this video, we are going to create function app in Azure Portal. We are going to create Azure storage in queue and queue in Azure Portal, and then we are going to create Azure app inside. We are going to create the Azure function app into our Visual Studio. Visual Studio is a development environment, so we are going to create, and then we are going to use call that HTTP trigger using Postman. So let's quickly jump to Azure Portal. So if you are going to use this one, so I will say that go ahead and try that one. If you want to try that one, Azure provides a free account also, where you can use whatever 200 Azure credit you can use $200, depending upon your currency also, and you can use freely, so you do not have to pay anything, so you can follow along and you can create some resources. So I have just logged into my account and I have free Visual Studio account where I can go and create some demo, and I'm So for this demo, our agenda, the first thing we have created the function app. The second, we have created a storage and queue in Azure Portal. And then we have created application inside. Now we are going to create HTTP trigger function app in Visual Studio. So Visual Studio you can download. There are community version also Visual Studio for usage. You can download. You do not have to pay that one, and you can start creating project. And once you create the project, do check that one your Azure SDK is installed and your all the template is installed or not. So right now I'm going to select the template as Azure function app. I'm going to create next, and then I will give that one example name is Softwiz Circle demo. So let's create. So now it is going to ask about us that Cosmos trigger DB trigger. So a function app which is serverless, that there should be some event so that our code will run. So either if something is inserted into Cosmos DB, then this function app will be triggered, and we have discussed that we are going to see this trigger into one of the function app for this hypothetical scenario. HTTP trigger, Q trigger is also we are going to see. Timer trigger we are also going to see. Right now I'm going to use this HTTP trigger, and we have to provide a storage account for that one, but I'm going to give that later selection right now. And then you have to select that one, that which kind of authorization label, anonymous, admin, or function app. Function app we are going to use that one, because for each function app we will generate a key for calling purpose. So let's see. So we have created a function app into Visual Studio. I'm going to change the name for this one. I will give some, because we have a create order. So I'm going to give that one, that this is the create order function app. And I'm going to change over here also create order function app. So I'm going to give this name as create order function app, and this will, I will little bit change that log information, that not C# create function app triggered, and this is the request message, another thing. So let's see what settings we have into host.json and local setting dot. So everything is fine here right now for at least running into this one. So let's see, I'm going to run this one. I'm going to build this one first. And then I'm going to run. So let's run this one, right? So once it start running, you will see a console application where you will see that one, that where it has been hosted, and you can use this one to call that one. If you see this one, this is HTTP trigger based function, and you can call using get and post. You can change this one based on your need, either get and post you can have, or you can have both, and you can send all these details using that other things. So let's see, I'm going to quickly use this one, and I'm going to call this one from here. Let's see what happens. So it says that this HTTP trigger executed successfully. Pass a name into query parameter. See this one, we are putting it here that we are taking the name from query parameter, and then we are saying this one. So it has triggered and it has given that one. So if we are going to use this one, let's see once again. I am going to give a name. Name equals to test. Let's see that what happens. So this is hello test. This has been executed successfully. I can put the debug point and we can see that one quickly for this one also. So yeah, if you see that one, we got the debug point and we are able to debug that one. So if we see that one, that hey, what was the name, another thing, request body, because we have not sent post and request body is not there, so we can see this one, right? And this was the get. Now I can show you one more way to create, and if you see that one, how many times this function has been called, we are able to see this one. Now I'm going to share with you one more tool, and the tool name is Postman. If you go ahead and see that one, Postman, if you search and Postman tool, Postman is a tool for API development, because this is HTTP trigger and lot of API we are going to develop, or you are going to develop. For calling the API, we can use that Postman. I have downloaded and installed that one in my machine. So you can go ahead and sign up and download that one, and you can install your machine. And this is the UI for that one. You can go ahead and say that, hey, I want to call something, right? I want to go ahead and call some UI based on this parameter, what I'm going to send as a body, which type of header and body I'm going to send. Either I'm going to send the JSON or something. I'm just going to keep that one right now for this one, that we are going to call as a get for this one, and I'm going to call this one as a normal. If you see that one, I am getting the response of that one, right? I'm going to change this one as this one, and then see that one if we are getting the call hit or not. For post also we are getting the call, and right now there is no body because we have not sent any body into body parameter, right? So let's see, I'm going to send some body this time, right? So I'm going to send raw data, and it will be some kind of JSON. So see, suppose I am going to send this one, something demo. Okay, so my function got hit, and if I see, I'm able to get the dynamic data from the request body, and this is that one. So this was one simple application. We are going to see that we are going to pass a order, demo order later in this video series, and then we are going to get that one parse, and then we are going to store somewhere, so that another function will be picking from there and start processing that one. So for this one, this video, first, this was the agenda.